wherever books and ebooks are sold.
I am back with Leonard and Jesse Malton. They are here because they've written a new book called Family Movie Night Menus. We've seen National Velvet and Meet Me in St. Louis so far tonight, and now we're going to switch things up a little bit, and I sense that there is some Southern cooking coming up here because we are about to see Sounder from 1972.
4 Oscar nominations. It was a very successful and very well-received movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a similarity with the families in National Velvet and Sounder, and it's something that because I was rewatching them for us to talk about, I noticed, and it's that stereotype. It breaks. In National Velvet, again, you have the father who for a minute you think is going to be that kind of boss in charge, whatever it is, and he's not. In Sounder, you have 2 parents who adore their children and want the best for them, also have a great deal of respect for each other. So it could be a stereotype of he doesn't respect his wife or what his wife does and how hard she works. He doesn't understand, especially when he goes away, how much is going to be on her plate. And then as the film continues and there's a possibility of education for one of his kids, he could say, no, I need you home on the farm. We need your help. It doesn't do any of that. They champion education. They want them to be the best possible versions of themselves. He appreciates his wife. And it's like, so those things, I say only because I watched them close together that I went, oh, wow, it's similar. You could have gone a route that would have made them flat, and you didn't.
It's very interesting when you start programming
and you watch
things
it,
and you find the connections between these films, and you realize, wow, if you're really paying attention, you start seeing the commonality between these things instead of the differences, which is, I think, vitally important.
Yes.
Leonard, describe for people who maybe don't know about this, like the impact that Sounder had when it was released.
Well, this is a time in America where we're experiencing social change, social unrest, and social change. And that was ultimately reflected in the movies. Late 60s, breaking down of censorship, imposing of the ratings board, all sorts of things like that. Bonnie and Clyde, The Graduate, the new Hollywood overtaking the old Hollywood. And here you had Martin Ritt, an experienced director, who was drawn to movies of social importance, which this certainly was, depicting a black family, sharecroppers, in the 1930s, the Great Depression, in a completely empathetic and positive light. Not the norm, and great showcases for Cicely Tyson and Paul Winfield and everybody else.
And the dog. And also the similarity with National Velvet, that there's an animal at the center of the 2 movies. It really is a remarkable film, I think.
Yeah.
And for all those reasons that you just explained, but it's just so simple. That's what I really enjoy about this movie. It does, it's not a complicated story or anything, and it just lets these performers do their thing. And I don't know if anybody was ever like more honest on screen than Cicely Tyson. She holds the whole thing together, which is true of most of the films that she made. She was holding it all together. And I do want to talk about Paul Winfield because I just remember seeing him so often in so many things when I was growing up. Such a tremendous actor.
It didn't feel like they were giving performances. They
inhabit these characters.
Yeah. It all felt very real. And it is the kind of thing that because it's quiet, my dad has a phrase, deliberately paced. It means slow. And that's the thing is it's quiet.
It takes its time,
but it's worth it and it's worthwhile. And again, it has funny moments. And then it has moments that break your heart.
Yes, indeed.
And but it reminds you why family is so important. It reminds you that, whatever the situation, you can get through it and there's ways to get through it. It's a really beautiful movie.
So we will discuss our menu after we see the movie, but right now we are going to watch from 1972 and 20th Century Fox. Here is the fantastic Sounder. Okay, we are back with Leonard and Jesse Maltin, and
What a
their
good movie.
I swear.
It's a fantastic
good movie.
film. It never fails to pull the heartstrings. I gotta tell you.
I will tell you, one of my dearest, oldest friends who is a movie nut, Josh Clement, he actually told me, because when I was watching and I texted him, I went, man, this is good, but it's hard. He said, yeah, in the book, the dog dies, which I can tell you now because you watched the movie. In the film, he doesn't. And I said, well, good thing I didn't read the book. The dog does get shot and does die. But they did not do that in the movie, and I am very grateful. But yeah, it is, again, it's so beautiful. It's about family. We decided to make a gumbo. We called it Doggone Good Gumbo.
I've been through the book, and I'm thinking that you wrote those little captions underneath the names of
Many of them?
You think right.
But you had some solid ones too. You absolutely had. He's a punster.
I
does
would have
love a
never
good
known.
I'm an
pun.
aspiring punster.
He is. He's also a dad, now dad jokes and grandpa jokes.
Oh, okay.
So they have stacked. And you have both before you.
Is that going to be your next book, Leonard? Leonard Maltin's book of dad jokes?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I don't dare. I don't dare do that.
But I want to know about this gumbo. Tell me about how you came to choose this, and well, it's kind of obvious.
It's Louisiana. It just made sense. Again, we're not trying to trick you. We are not trying to make you stand on your head.
And it's easier than making beignets.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Lord, no. Plus the mess of a beignet. But yes, again, something that would be hearty and feel good. And you stand in the kitchen,
And
you make
feed
a
a
roux.
family.
Yes. A roux, which is very important for most of the stews, but especially you're looking at Louisiana, people there take their roux very seriously. And I said, all right, let's give this a try.
Fantastic. Well, Leonard, I have had the pleasure of knowing you for so many years.
I know.
I just have to say, you were one of my early champions, and I really, that means the world to me. And you have been such a gentleman and such an advocate for motion pictures that I honestly cannot think of anybody, except maybe our late fearless leader, Bob Osborne, who has meant more to the American public when it comes to motion pictures than you.
Now I'm going to blush.
And so there'll be no living with him, Eddie. Living with him.
Well, my faith in
No.
you and the Film Noir Foundation was not misplaced.
No.
This mutual admiration society has to make way for more movies.
More
It's
movies.
true. That is true.
And the one that is coming up next, I heard it might be your favorite movie of all time.
Seven Brides for Seven Brothers is my favorite movie. It is my mom's favorite movie, and I don't think it gets much better.
And what else do we have coming up after that?
Then The Kid, the first movie in our book, 1921, with the immortal Charlie Chaplin and the adorable Jackie Coogan.
Fabulous. I can't thank you guys enough for being here. This was really, really a treat.
Thank
treat
you,
for us.
Eddie. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. There is more coming up. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, and then The Kid, right here on Turner Classic Movies.
Next on TCM, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, then The Kid, and later, 13 Women. Get a baker's dozen of dames on TCM tonight.